out of Afghanistan. So I mean, was he just making that up? Or does President Obama truly intend to start that withdrawal? But the point is, the counterinsurgency strategy, it's not enough time for it to work. That's not, you're talking about trying to change the direction of a war gone bad in a country that has never had democracy, that's not used to, you know, a democratic elected rule, indigenous people, illiterate people. In less than a year before we started this withdrawal, you know, supposedly, you know, we're supposed to see, you know, great fruits of this strategy. And I'm not, and it's not to poo-poo on the counterinsurgency strategy. I'm actually a fan of the counterinsurgency strategy. It worked very well in Iraq. However, in Afghanistan, I don't understand. I really don't understand. Is it that with some Republican slash neoconservatives, is it just that you're just pro-war no matter what it is? I mean, if it's war, you know, we're in it. I agree with that to a certain extent. Sarah Palin said on Fox News Sunday yesterday. I watched it yesterday, and she said, you know, that if we're not in this war to win, you know, the American people need to know that if we're not in it to win it, you know, if we're in it to win it, I agree. We need to go in, and we need to win it. We need to win it. I mean, my God. I mean, look at the devastation of World War II. I'm not advocating that level of devastation for Afghanistan, but what I'm saying is that was an example of total war. We were engaged in the war in World War II. You know, Harry Truman, to get the Japanese to surrender, he went as far as dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You know, we wanted to win that war. The American people mobilized. We mobilized to win that war. With, I don't know, with Afghanistan, it's, how do you sustain a war without the support of the people? And I mean, I'm not just talking about the people of Afghanistan. I'm talking about the American people. The American people are turning on this war, and I believe that they're turning on this war. Well, I mean, for one, because casualties are going up, which yes, expected during a counterinsurgency strategy. When you're surging troops, naturally, you would expect casualties to spike. Not excusing it at all. Every troop that dies, every soldier that loses their life, that is tragic. And it makes you question if the effort is worth it. Is one more soldier's life worth it? Is spending $5.5 billion a month in Afghanistan to prop up a corrupt government that the people of Afghanistan don't even trust, that we believe, that we know has had secret meetings, he and officials within his government having secret meetings to form alliances with the Taliban, the people who are supposedly our enemy, you know. And if they're our ally, the Taliban is supposed to be their enemy too, correct? Well, apparently not. We know that the government of Pakistan is funding the Taliban. We know that they're funding the Taliban. And a lot of the funding that they're getting is from U.S. aid. A lot of that money that Pakistan is getting, like I said earlier in the video, that's military aid. And they're giving it to the Taliban. The Taliban are in turn either disrupting things in Kashmir and in India with the ongoing conflict between Pakistan and India, or they're training their little militia fighters to go into Afghanistan and they're killing up Americans. I don't understand this. It doesn't appear that we are in this to win it. And it appears that we're giving Osama bin Laden exactly what he wanted, to slow bleed America. Our treasury is bleeding, and it's not even slow bleeding. Our treasury is gushing. Suicides among military personnel are up, and they've been up continuously. The country is war weary. I'm war weary, and I'm a conservative. I'm a conservative. Like I said, I supported the initial Operation Enduring Freedom into Afghanistan. I supported, based on the evidence that we had at the time, that we believed was true at the time. I supported the invasion of Iraq. I supported giving Iraq that last push in the surge, because I saw the people of Iraq supporting us and turning against the Taliban. Excuse me, not the Taliban, but the militias in Iraq. I don't know, y'all. With Afghanistan, I mean, really, the question has to be asked, and I want to ask conservatives this. I mean, do you believe America is an empire or a republic? Someone on my Facebook, one of my Facebook friends, asked me, and I hope she's watching this video. She asked me to give the difference between a neoconservative or a neocon and a conservative. You know, I consider myself a conservative. I'm not a neoconservative. Neoconservatives, they are the Project for a New American Century. They are Wing. They are the Bill Kristol. They are the Paul Wolfowitz. They are the, yes, Donna Rumsfeld. They are the ones. Neocons believe in an American empire. That's what the Project for a New American Century was about, and I don't know if it's still available online, and you can see the people who are signatories to it. That's what that whole neoconservative movement was birthed out of. And I mean, the plan, the doctrine that they came up with essentially called for an American empire, that America would be like the British Empire, that we would be everywhere. We would span the globe. That we would we were in Europe, we were in Asia. Now we were to expand our reach, to every part of the Middle East, and then after the Middle East, we were going to expand into Africa. We already expanded in Africa. Most people don't even know that we have AFRICOM. That we have a military unit that oversees Africa now. Because of course China is in Africa, and we're trying to see what they're up to. I don't know. I guess it's just, what do you all think? I'm rambling because there are so many different thoughts going through my head about like I said, the broader war on terror, about the mission in Afghanistan. Well, I'll just get back to what I was saying, because my mind, I got off. I started thinking once again about some other things I should have mentioned, but yeah, the video would be too long. But going back to defining the difference between neocons and conservatives, the neocons, those are the people who believe in American empire. Conservatives believe that America is a republic, that we were founded as a republic, and that we should remain a constitutional republic. A republic, yes, a democratic republic, of the people, by the people, for the people. A democratic republic, but a republic no less. This is not an empire. I have really started to